Actually, we are going to pause this real quick, but yeah, we're about to get the build started. But actually, I wanted to, I ain't worried about it. Never mind. We are good. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I got a little bit late today. Had a lot of business clients that came through, so I had to get this done. So, anyways, I'm here. We're going to start this build. What we have building today, we have the Ryzen 7 2700. This is actually a really good CPU for the price. It's the 2700. Sorry, like my brain is just not in this, but I'll get there. So the benchmarks on this are actually fantastic. It does have a great energy efficient rating, and we will be using this on the Tough Gaming Plus Asus motherboard. This one has built-in Wi-Fi on it. We chose to build with this motherboard. It's the only one sub $200 that will support all the gens, have Wi-Fi built on, it supports up to 128 gigabytes of RAM. Let's see, it has a couple of LEDs on it, which is what the client wanted, and that's actually about it. If you know anything about motherboards themselves, the BIOS are really easy to manage. The firmwares are quickly updated. This Ryzen video card does not come with built-on GPU, so we will have to use the video card, test video card with this to ensure that this posts up. We are putting in 16 gigabytes of RAM with this and a 1 terabyte solid state drive. This one has there we go. Oh, and the other part of this, we will be doing the RTX 6 gigabyte 2060 as the video card. The case is a crystal white, and that's kind of why I call it the White Tiger. It's a white case by NZXT. The Cool Air, or the Corsair water cooler is actually the white series. Plus we have white fans and everything that we're really going to deck this out with. So that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm going to get started. Today you will notice that I will not be wearing my static card here, and that is because we're going to be using the power supply instead. If you have any questions about that, basically what it is that you take your power supply, you turn it off, you plug it into the socket, it's instantly grounded. Anytime you come back to your bench, just put your hand on it. Static's taken care of. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and just get this build started. And we'll switch over to the bench camera. All right, so here's that power supply I was talking about, by the way. So we're going to get started by taking out the motherboard. Let's get this thing out of the way. One margarita, two margarita. All right. So pretty much you guys I'm here to keep you guys company, keep me company. Have any questions, let me know. Let me know I just went live on Twitch. So actually a funny thing is Amazon is running this on their Prime. They're running this thing that if you stream music, you can stream it on Twitch and also YouTube, but it has a little caveat thing that says you have to be wearing headphones. This way you don't violate any DMCA. Well, I did that. Plastic broke. But I did that last night while I was gaming, and I received a notification from YouTube this morning that my video was actually banned. So that's fun, dealing with that. I was like, oh man, that sucks. But I guess my microphone, I went back and looked at the video, and my microphone's damn good. It was picking up my audio through my Alienware headphones. I was like, well, all right then. So Ryzen's out of the way. All right, so for the post, we are just going to be using the stock fan that came with. That thing is hefty. Check that thing out, man. That thing is intense. But anyways. Thank you. Absolutely. What, you don't want me using some 450 watt little thing right there? And thank you for the follow. Come on, we can throw a little 450 up there, but this is also just my test bench power supply here. This client, he's actually going with 1,000 watt. Alright, so unlike the Intel processors, if you ever do work with the AMDs, please take note that there are pins on this. Be careful of those pins. You bend it, that's it, you're toast. You might as well just pack it up and call it a day. And of course, that's a little bit sarcastic, you know, because you can straighten it out. I've seen it done, but just mind yourself when you're putting it on. Also, you can take a look. There's a arrow on the CPU itself. Here, let me get a little bit closer. There's an arrow up here. You just follow it on your CPU, on the motherboard. Now, the Intels actually are keyed, and they don't have the actual pins coming out of the CPU. So locate the arrow. Come on, what are you doing? Oh, what happened to my brain? So how you doing today? What are you up to? 3900X and a 3080. He just got banned. Man, that's a nice build, though. That's a nice build. I mean, the power supply itself, you know, yeah, that's a downfall. You know, some people think that they can cut corners with power supplies, but you know what? You really can't unless you want to deal with consumption issues. All right, so the other thing about most cooling systems, they come with enough thermal already on them. You know, don't cake your CPU with thermal paste. You can actually cause more damage than good. So just keep your mind on that. Yeah, no, I stream while I'm building just because it's I like the community. I'm really not an instructor at all. I just like to BS while I'm getting it done. Got banned. That is awesome. I got banned. I'm sure you didn't. Sure you didn't mean anything. You were just trying to educate the man. Come on, sucker. There we go. Latch down. Pink. Do the test. Just make sure you plug it into the CPU. Fan. Alright, now the RAM that we're using, the client only wanted 16 gigs. Well, he wanted more, but the price point wasn't there for him, so we're doing 16 for him. Put them in, make sure you follow the manufacturer's suggested. Usually it's DIMM 2 and DIMM 4. But check your manual, make sure before you get it done. If you're only wondering one stick of RAM, it really don't matter. Stick it in number 2 and just get it started. But still, always refer to the manual if you have any questions. You blow something up because you listen to me, that's not my fault. Kidding, of course. Alright. So we got RAM, we got the CPU. We're going to hook up the power supply here in a second. I'm going to get my test video card. Alright. And actually because we're going to be running a test video card, I'm actually going to use the motherboard box, throw it on top of the motherboard box, so that there's not an issue. Don't pick it up by the power supply or the CPU cooler like I was about to do. Alright. You don't even have to worry about about plugging it all in right now, but just for SNL. But yeah, I try not to give people too much of a hard time when they're doing their builds, you know, because there are financial constraints sometimes. You know, we all want the perfect stuff, you know, if we could possibly do it. But financial restraints make it that you kind of got to make something work. That's kind of our expertise here at my office, is that's how we run. Come to us, you say, hey, you know, I only got this much to work with. Well, okay, that makes it kind of hard, but I will see what I can do for you. But that's how we always run. Alright. Okay. Alright, where's my HDMI? Here we go. Alright. Okay, power on and post time. Check out that LED right here. Oh, what happened? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? What'd you do? Alright. Alright, actually. Okay, the fan is actually kind of badass. I can't lie about that. That is actually pretty damn cool. Alright. Waiting for the post screen. Give me a post. Come on. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Alright. Phew. That scared the heck out of me for a second. I was like, damn it. Alright, so it's in the adjust. Boom. There we go. Alright, let's swap over to the main screen for the BIOS. Take a look. Alright. Tough Gaming, 2700X, 16 gigabytes, no drives, of course. New CPU installed. Configure your system. No keyboard present. Alright. So that's what we were after right there, was just making sure we got the post on the system. Now we're going to go ahead and we'll unpack the new case, unpack the water cooler, we'll unpack the fans, we'll get all that in there, and then we're going to drop in the motherboard. Yeah. So that's cool. All right, swapping back. That's cool though. I gotta say, man, that AMD fan is actually kind of cool. And actually, I'm kind of glad the client's not going to keep it. I'm going to keep that thing and throw it on a little system, make it look pretty. Alright. Alright, test video card off. Out of the way. Yeah, usually we build, mostly we build Intel systems. Our client base calls for Intel systems, but you know, we don't turn away clients. The only reason why we really go with the Intel systems is the fact that they perform better, hands down. They perform better. I know there's benchmarks out there, but the biggest part of the AMD processors that they still cannot solve is the simple fact that they overheat. They have a heating issue. You know, and if I'm going to spend $500 on a CPU, I want to make sure that if my cooling fails for whatever reason, the system will downclock and power off. If your cooling fails on an AMD system, it's going to run. It's going to run until it just burns out. So, anyways, moving on. All right, so now we're onto the case. so the NZXT H510. It's a very pretty white case. I'm not the hugest fan of this brand. I have seen more problems with shorted out motherboards during installation on these cases than any other case. Now, you could almost think, well, maybe it's the price point. Well, this is a $169 case, so it's not the fact that it's a cheap case by any means. All right, let's go. You know, the only time I've ever had static problems is when actually pulling a case out of a box. It's a combination of styrofoam, plastic, and yeah. All right, here she comes. It is a pretty case, though. But this is why I call it the White Tiger, because it's white, but it has black. So it's the White Tiger case. You know what? Actually, let's go ahead and let's go to the full bench. So, yeah, I like the design. It just, I don't know what it is about this case that causes problems for a lot of home installers. But, okay, let's get these side panels taken off of here. No more. All right. Come on, you should pop off. There you go. Glass is off. We'll give it a new home. There you are. There's a home for you. Alright, so the panels were really easy to take off on here. Okay. This is badass. Anybody that does computer builds, any sort of custom build, you're gonna love this. Look at this. Plenty of room for the wires here. They actually have, yeah, little runners, everything. Solid state positions, that's perfect. Oh, you know, I gotta say, for this part, I'm actually very impressed with what they did. I like that. That's great engineering. Very smart. All right, anyways, moving on. I need a drink. All right. So on this system, we have a ton of white fans that we're going to try and put in this thing. There's not room for all of them, but I at least can get a couple in here. The one thing I'm worried about on this, and this case is the customer's request. This is what he wanted. I personally suggested the case that we have up here. It just has room for all the water cooling and everything like that, but this is what he wanted, and I can absolutely make this work. The big one is that the water cooler itself isn't going to be quite as visible as honestly I would like it to be, because it's a dual water system or a dual fan system, and the normal mounting is actually up at the top. But I don't have that available to me. We are going to have to run them in the front of the case here. And okay, I was just making sure that wasn't anybody inside the office. So we're going to have to run them at the front of the case. He's still going to get his LED color out of them. Then we can replace these 2 fans with the new 2 fans that I got. Yep. But, so, it is what it is. Alright, so let's take a look at a couple things here. Let me grab that motherboard box. Alright, so this is the downside to the TUF, to this particular motherboard, the X570. Their I/O plate. It is not well built, as well built as a lot of the other motherboard manufacturers, like Gigabyte. Gigabyte makes a badass one, but this one in particular, if you notice, doesn't have the insulation on it, and that's what you get with the other brands. Now, is that a bad thing? No, not necessarily. You know, it does help with noise, though. All right, and okay. All right. Now, before we go too far, I am going to grab the motherboard. So ultimately, what we are looking at here is we want to make sure we've got a good fit. Make sure all our posts are good. All the posts are lined up, so I'm not going to have to edit any of that. CPU cooling system will go right here. It's going to be a clean build. It's going to be clean. Come on. Out you go. There you go. Actually, let me take... Actually, I can work around... With how much space they give you behind here, I can actually work around putting the motherboard in now. I'm going to pull out these fans first, though, and then do that. Like I said, we got a really late start today. Oh, just a sec. We had a ton of diagnostics coming today, so. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I'm going to go ahead and pull the case fans that are on here. We add the 2 other. Oh, come on now. So what I do with my builds is we'll get the fundamentals out of the way. I do all my wire management the next day. Initially, the first thing that I get done is get all the hardware in and do the Windows load, since that's what actually takes the longest. And then in the morning, I finish the rest of it. And then after this one, we actually have 2 i9 systems that we're building. Still not jumping up into the 3000 series video cards though. Yeah, we're going to be building a couple of i9s with 64 gigabytes of RAM. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Of course, you're all the way down here. Why wouldn't you be all the way down here? All right. Yeah, I am actually... If everything turns out the way it should on this case, I'd actually be pretty impressed. It's very basic design. I'm really surprised at the client's decision to go with this one, considering he wanted so many LEDs. But we do what we can. All right, stockpile. All right, so this is the fans that we're actually going to put in here. This is a core system fan. It's completely self-managed, and I'm going to tell you why I chose these ones. They are the closest resemblance to the Corsairs that are on the cooler itself. However, I'm going to be honest. I just pulled this out. Look at that crap. What the hell is that? That's disappointing. That is some crap. Hopefully the rest of these are alright. Okay. Yeah, alright. I was just like, dude, what the hell is that? Alright, so we got two. You put your fans in, make sure that you put your fans towards the fan cables, towards the back. Not in the front, because then you have a whole bunch of wire management issues. That's nothing but a pain in the ass. Oh, you terrorist. First fan, let's get the second fan on here. It's good to go. Actually, I can't complain too much. The client actually made a good choice as far as usability to get stuff into this case. Functionality, we will find out when I do the post. Oh, we're gonna skip that now, since that hit the ground. Welcome to my world. Shit happens. Alright, let's grab it back. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh. So, it go right. wires back. Stop. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna have to work more on these camera angles. I mean, that's a good angle there, but you can't really see what I'm doing back here, but that's alright. It's all a work in progress for you guys. Alright, so now we're going to do the cooler. No seat. Yep. Lay this down. Alright, so for the cooler, I'm actually going to do this half and half. Alright, let's see how this goes down here. Oh, okay, it does pull off. Alright, so actually I like that. Alright, so now let's grab, I'm going to put this on the ground. Let's grab water cooler. Alright, so we're doing the H100i RGB Platinum SE with the IQ system. Now what's really cool about that is as long as your lights, any LED lights that you're running, as long as they plug into the motherboard themselves, the IQ system will actually control everything from the lights on the cooler all the way to the lights on the case. That's what I like about it. No. Alright. This thing's sexy. I'm sorry. This is a sexy piece of equipment here. It's the same one that I'm running on my system at home. Alright. Those case fans, man. God, they're so dirty. Now check this out. So, see if I can move that. Anyways, I bought the Asus ROG set for a client, and I ended up dumping them. They were absolute garbage. And, I mean, they came in more expensive than Corsairs, than the other brands. Came in more expensive. LED failed on one of the fans. It was very generic looking. I got it right here. So, very generic looking. That's the cooler right there. That's generic. This is the CPU cover itself. Now that does light up. That's kind of cool. But it's so damn plain. And then how everything is white. Even the fans are white. The only thing that was black was just the screws for the fan. It just looked way out of place. Looked like garbage. So anyways, never use it again until they re-engineer that. Now see the Corsair, their accents, oh, so pretty, so pretty. All right. Anyways, moving on. All right, so we're gonna take the cooler and we're gonna actually mount this. Grab out all my plates because we're gonna have to swap. This comes with the Intel plates on it. We have to switch it over to the AMD plates. So pretty. So pretty. So pretty. Alright, anyways, that was a little creepy. Whatever. Alright, so like I said, with the how it's set up, now, okay, so here's an engineering issue for us, is that we want the fans to be pulling, okay? Well, if we're going to have them pulling, then we need them actually on the inside of the case like this. Well, this is the plate that goes over. Oh. Did they think about that? Did they think about it? I think they did, ladies and gentlemen. I think they had it in mind. Let's take a look. All right. Cooler's in. Oh, they did. Nice. Nice. No thought process at all. Look at that. So we can actually have both fans there and the cooler. Woo. Okay. I feel better. You guys feel better? Yeah. All right. Okay, so we're going to remove some plastics now. Get this thing going. Another drink. Excuse me. All right. Turn the plastic off here. Oh, so see, the Corsair, they don't make it just the plain white. I mean, they put their logo on it, and yeah, they're putting their logo on it, but at the same time, it looks good. It doesn't look like a plain Jane OEM junk, you know? That's my opinion. Looks like junk. Junk's junk. Put some more time and effort into your engineering. You know, you want us to spend our hard-earned money on your stuff? Make it look good. Nice. Yes. It's so badass. All right. I was like, wait a second, where'd all my screws go? All right, so damn it. So we'll get, okay, so for this one, we're just going to use the long screws all the way through. That'll be how we get this done. All right, dumping out the screws. Okay. Now there are two pieces you do not want to lose. That's these two right here. These are so that you can swap it over to the AMD. You lose those, you kind of have a conniption like I did the other day. So I tell you what, I was freaking. I was like, what the hell? Why is all this missing? Yeah, it was my fault. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so we know that the cooler is going to be going back in. These screws right here actually face towards the front of the case. So we want to put our fans with the wires pointed to the back. Actually, let's drink on here because I feel like it. All right, come on. Careful when you screw in your water coolers. You don't want to hit the radiator itself. Do not use a power tool. This power tool will instantly ruin it for you, and then you'll cry because, you know, that's how things happen. All of us technicians get very upset when we break something. It's like, no. Yeah, you did that, dude. I think my phone's making a sound. Just a moment. No, that's just Twitch. Yeah, I know. The client I'm building this for, he said he was going to jump on and take a look at it and everything, and you know, that's why I like doing this online for all of my clients, so that they can actually see the process if they want to. You know, this is everything that goes into building your system. You know, this part seems pretty straightforward. Had to check my office front door. It's about time to close, but it's a little warm in the office, so I really don't want to close the door yet. What I'm doing now is I'm just making sure these are secure. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. Comes to the dual system on this particular case, I have not done it, but this is the only location that is accessible to get it done. So we'll see how this goes. It should work out just fine because these are actually, this location is made for fans anyways. Oh, telephone. Oh, it's after hours. No answer. I suppose I should probably see who it is first. An unavailable name? Yeah. Nope. No thanks, it's after hours. You can leave a message. I'll get back to you. We appreciate you. Unavailable names. Either it's a computer scam, which is awesome. We get we get so many of those calls. Yes, this is Tom from Microsoft. Your computer system is running very weird, and we need to take a look at it. We have lots of errors. Really? First of all, you called a repair shop, so no kidding, you're going to get a lot of errors. But number two, Microsoft isn't calling me. Microsoft's not going to call. If Microsoft calls me, it's because I did something wrong. They're going to be like, hey, and I don't want that call from Microsoft, so don't call me. Because we follow the rules, man. All right. Nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. No, it's going to be that same damn number. Let me take a look. Nope. It is not the same number, but that client's just unfortunately going to have to wait until tomorrow because I am live streaming and I am getting this done. Currently at this time, our operating hours are 10 to 3, Monday through Friday, so yeah. So once I get these in hand tight, I will be taking my power driver back to these just to ensure we get it good. There we go. There we go. All right. Meep, meep. Oh. Alright, so that part is done. So here. Alright, so now we're going to move this up. Okay, seriously. That's a lot of people trying to get a hold of me right now. Good Lord. Alright. We are going to grab the computer case. I'm going to put the motherboard on the computer case, put it in, then we're going to add the cooler. And we'll go from there. All right. I'm going to move the cooler out of the way here. don't you do that. Come on now. I don't even know how you fit down there. That was crazy. Alright, so motherboard first, and we'll get the coolers in here. So we're going to have these two here, and we'll have the other two on the front. Now, I mean, I could replace those fans with those, but I don't like that idea. Alright, anyways, motherboard. I'll wait till after I put in the motherboard before I pull it off, before I pull that cooler off. Alright, so when you put in the motherboard, just make sure you take a look at that I/O plate and make sure that none of the, yep, see, that area is being blocked right there. Moja! Alright, out of the way. Alright, you're in. Okay. So before I go too far though, I want to make sure, and yeah, with all that ample space down there, not going to have a problem. Okay. So let's go ahead and grab, oh, darn it, it's right back here. So, oh, check them out. Look, even their box up below it. Oh, how cute. Oh, so many small screws. So many small screws. So many small screws. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Alright, so now we need to get the screws for the motherboard put in, and let's grab it. Let's go. Alright. Make sure your holes are lined up. I want to talk about this right now. We're just going to delete this one right out of everybody's memory. This did not happen. I don't know what you're talking about. I will go back through and I will edit that out of there. And if you didn't see it, then I ain't worried about telling you. Of course, you can never fool the chat. The chat always knows. Chat always knows. Put it this way, I grabbed the wrong screws. That's all. Yeah, I should move this CPU cooler out of my way. Because I need to make my life a little bit easier. And I'm going to. Alright. CPU cooler, you have done your job. But you are now the weakest link. Take care. Come on. Release. Release! Stand it up. Fine. Let's go. Since I already have a couple screws in there, it's not a big deal. Let's stand it up. And there you go. Alright. It's off. Alright. Alright. Back at it. This part of the build should be done probably about 45 minutes to an hour. We'll start the OS load, let it run overnight, and then tomorrow I finish it up. And that one will start 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll get that in there. I was going to say, well, I guess if I have my open sign on, you know, I'm fair game. You're fired. You're done. You no longer get to play. You know what, though? I am going to turn on this fan over here, though, because it's getting a little warm. Ah, there we go. Cool it off just a little bit in here for me. Yeah, they say things are magnetized. Yeah. Doesn't always work out that way. Probably going up there. So, now, put these in here. We got. Ooh, nice now. See, the magnet wanted to work for a moment. Damn it. Here. All right, there we go. All right, motherboard screws are in. So now, I got two choices. Either I can go ahead and slide in the cooler now, get that out of the way, or I can run all of the other wires that I need to run. So, I'm running all the other wires that I need to run. And the reason why is because, actually no, because of the location of where the cooler is going, it's not going to block my access up here. So I'm good. Yep, all right, never mind. Yeah. All right, let's see how well this works out now. All right, now I gotta turn this around. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, these can just go behind. That's not a big deal. Okay. Stay out of my way, man. Okay. So there are actually little grooves that these need to try and get into. Oh, come on now. Alright, I'm gonna have to stand it up for this. Congratulations. Okay, come on. There's no reason why this shouldn't work. One in, two in. Not all three, don't you? Ooh, ah. Come on, baby. Play nice, play nice. Okay. Stay out of the way. Okay, you're chatting. I'll answer you in a second. There we go. 1, 2. Got one in. Come on, don't need you like that. Oh man, that's gonna suck if I have to find another way to actually get this in here. Alright, what's blocking it? Let's actually take a good look at this and see what the hell's blocking us. less than an inch off. No! Okay, there we go. That was actually kind of intense. I was like, no! No, you cannot tell me this is not possible. Actually, there we go. Jeez. Alright, so the liquid cooling doesn't exactly fit. Gotta kind of force the issue. But what you do, it bends. It bends to your will. All right. That's right. Bend to my will. You do what we want, not what you want. All right. We're going to actually run these out the bottom here. There's you. Got one more. There we go. Boom. Alright, so check that out. Check out the way that fit in. That's hot. That's hot. That's looking hot. Alright. That's actually looking pretty damn good. I like that. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and get the cooler on. So in order to pull that off, we need to swap this piece in the front. Okay, so once again, this does have thermal paste on it. If you notice, there's still thermal paste on the CPU itself. I'm actually going to wipe that off and use what's here. Excess paste is ridiculous. Hello, Moto. All right, there we go. All right. So, anyways, let's change over the Corsair from Intel to AMD. You'll notice there's a little, you really can't see it, but there's a little crack right here. Basically, you just pull it apart and come off. And grab the AMD clips. Now the AMD clips, when you put them on, when you put those on there, you want to face, so if you notice, you kind of got a key to it, right? Well, this part here, you want pointed towards the CPU. If you put it this way, it's not going to work. It's not going to actually lock it down. So, all right, so now that's locked in. Take a look at how I set that up. Okay. Now, sit down just like that. All right, so to finish connecting the AMD, you have to use, oh yeah, let's get this one. Man, this fan is so cool though. This is a cool ass fan. I'll leave that. I was like, it tried to fall on me, man. That's messed up. All right, so to finish the AMD install, they have these two little keys. Okay, and then you take two of the posts. All right, and basically what you got to do is just tighten them a couple of times because you have to get it down over the CPU. So, drop this on here. Take a couple loops. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Okay. Down onto the CPU, like so. And now those keys, kind of lock them underneath the OEM brackets. See, Intel, they just replaced the whole darn thing. You actually pull this whole thing off of here, replace the bracket with the whole new bracket. You know, Intel gets spoiled. AMD, they're like, well, I guess if you want it, I suppose. They kind of treat AMD like the stepchild of the industry. But they make good stuff. It's just there obviously is quality differences. Come on. Okay, and now we are screwed down. You want to finger tighten it? Don't tighten it more than finger, because it snaps some stuff, you know. Sorry, I just heard some music just hit my... Yeah, I was about to say it, and I was like, no, can't say that. Now it's all about just running the wires and getting everything in here. I'm not going to run the video card yet. I'm going to leave that for the... So that part's done? Oh. Now it's all about just running the wires and getting everything in here. I'm not going to run the... I just heard a feedback. I was like, nope, that's not good. All right. Like I said, we're going to run most of wire management tomorrow. But right now, just get all the rest of these wires up through here. Yeah, so I think what I actually should end up doing is maybe taking this camera, lowering it down, so that when I do side angles like this, you can actually see what the heck it is I'm trying to get done here. You can tell a little bit on this side though. So anyway, so I'm just running the wires from inside the case to the back side. Because if it doesn't work this way, well, you gotta give me the clearance. Barely gives me the clearance. Barely. Everybody? That is everybody. Okay, cool. Right up there. Whew. Let's go ahead and just lock these in. This one. Okay. Of course, that's not for that. Alright, so now we need, alright, so this cord It's actually pretty cool. What they end up doing with the Corsair is they run it to one of your USB onboard USBs that are inside. It's pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Just say Beaver. Alright, let's drop this down. So I don't like the way that sits. You can always readjust it later. Just right off the top, it's like, it's kind of ugly. Run it. Around there, something like that. I do need this little cable back. You're a terrorist, not you. Damn it! Which one is it? Where are you at? There you are. Okay, so they have a little 2-port split off right here. Just gotta stretch it out, throw it back inside the case, attach that to the CPU fan. Board. All it's doing is just sitting on this way. The motherboard doesn't get pissed off. Okay, so and this one should not have. Oh, that looked like never mind what I thought it looked like. Simulator. Okay, there we go. Okay, alright. Pretty damn clean though. I like it. Really do like it. I ain't gonna lie, I like it. It looks very nice. So you know what, partner? You did good. You did good as far as picking out this case. As long as everything posts up, I'll be ecstatic for you, man. Alright. Look at that. That's freaking sexy, man. That's nice. That's legit. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to finish just wiring up the cooler. We'll bring the video card, put it in. We'll get most of the wires for the power supply run. Then I'm going to start the load. After the load is complete, that is when I will finish all of our wire work. All of our wet work. Actually, I might as well show you what I'm working on here. So these are the Corsair fans. Alright, so you go to plug in the Corsairs on these newer ones. You actually have. So these are actually what's controlling the LEDs. Just click them in. It actually tells you, hey, plug this into the RGBs. Click that one. Click that one. Okay, so those are taken care of. Now you have your fans themselves. So you have a choice right now. You can choose to have the motherboard run your fans, or you can use the Corsair software to control your fans. Personally, I have found that unless you are running everything off of the motherboard, that the Corsair actually does a better job. So anyways, I'm gonna plug these into the Corsair management. So yeah, we got a bit of a mess of the wires right now. But like I said, we're going to straighten that out tomorrow. Right now, we'll just kind of get them out of the way. It's kind of a gist. All right, what are we going to do? Just gonna kind of do it like that. All right. So now we're gonna run the power supply. All right. So what we know we're gonna need with this build, we have one solid-state drive. So we are going to go ahead and pull out most of the extra lines. Put them in the motherboard so you can take them home with them. So we're only going to need one set of SATAs. The video card does require two, so we'll be fine there. PCIe and PCIe. I'm going to remove the CPU ones right at this moment. CPU and CPU. Okay, so these are all the wires that we should need. Because we only have one. Oh, okay, well that was smart of me. We're not running these. The reason that you loved me was to get back to chocolate. I'm not singing. I don't know what you're talking about. That's unacceptable. You won't be able to participate on Twitch. Which is messed up, man, because I'm sorry. I actually logged on to Twitch and I enjoy listening to the music sometimes, and I was checking out one of these stations and this girl's doing covers, you know. I'm like, well, how's that any different? So if I sing, it's okay. But if they hear the original artist, it's not okay. I'm kind of stuck with that. Okay, for your power supply installation, just quick another heads up. Place your fan towards the bottom of the case. Do not put your fan up into the case. You will fry your components in no time. It will be fried out and you'll be like, oh man, this computer's a piece of junk. Nope, actually that was your fault, dude. Alright. Once again, point the fan out, not in. Betcha. See, if I wasn't live streaming right now, I'd be screaming. Because I can't sing worth of nothing. But when he hits, this is Jason Derulo, Savage Love. But when he does it, ah! Yeah, I scream that crap. I don't care. Ah! I'll scream it while I'm driving. Ah! And somebody's now going to soundbite that, and I'm going to hear it inside my Cold War sometime. That sucks. It's okay. We got quite a bit of Cold War stuff coming up. I'm working on my video. He's working on his. Another guy, Dodge, he's working on his. You know, I'm like, dude, guys, you want to grow your channels, man? You gotta get active. And yeah, they're building them up. We'll see how that goes. Mine's almost done. It's just, you know, I get tired doing computers and repairing computers all day. Sometimes it's like, do I really want to go home and sit on a computer again? No, not really. But but I enjoy my games, man. I enjoy my games. And I like live streaming. And during this COVID thing, I tell you what, having a live stream is awesome. You get to sit there and just BS with people. That's what I enjoy about it. I enjoy the community of it. You know, we're all in such a tough spot right now, you know, that if you ever have the opportunity just to reach out to somebody and say hi, how they're doing, you can just make somebody smile, do it. We're all just humans, and we're all just dealing with this crap the best way we can. We're all a part of this crap. Oh. Okay, where are you? Where did you go? Anybody else here? I don't think so. That was wrong with me. I was like, that don't feel right. Alright, so we're finishing up the power supply connections right now. We're going to get the video card put in here in just a second. And we're going to run some of the, I got to run some of these wires just to get this thing to post up and everything. So we're going to feed from the back to the front. We need the, can you name it? Can you name it? 24 plus 4? Is it 26 plus 8? Which one is it? Come on. The correct answer gets, give me the correct answer. That's all I asked for. I can't wager with you guys yet. Alright. This one up here. Nothing? Alright, alright. Alright. Now, got your USBs. I'm going to put that right back on there. Alright, and the HD audio. Another USB, okay. We're going to run these right into here, just like this. Pow, 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 pow. I feel like I'm missing something. In fact, I know I'm missing something. I know for a fact that there is something missing out of this case. I know for a fact something is missing out of this case. So, I'm going to have to take a look here in just a moment. I might actually have to whip out a reference manual. What the? Alright, this one needs to come back out. Alright, so I know you guys can't see this part, sorry. But basically what I'm doing is the USB 3. It's located next to the 24 plus 4. It's located right there. So I had to move the wire back out and put it up there. And I'm not myself, and now you're gone. There ain't no way to move it on. Alright, there we go. Alright, plugging in the HD audio. Okay, and so what I'm dealing with right now is that's the front panel USB. Wait. It's not the front panel USB. That's not front panel USB. That's the front panel. Okay, never mind. Sometimes it be like that. So I was like, wait a second, it's got a front panel up here. It's like, oh, we got another USB. No, that's the front panel. Okay, so in the future, guys, if you're doing any sort of builds, and actually, I don't like it when they do this because not everybody's uniform, in my opinion. You know, there's been many times where it's not uniform when you go to plug in your power, your HD, your reset and everything. It's not always the same. But I guess it has become the same lately, you know. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, the last 15 builds that I've done, you know, they've all been pretty much the same. So, now this board, okay, all right. So the only thing this board lacks is the USB-C 3 connection. All right. Got one more hookup to do. Sorry guys, taking me a second here. Alright. Gotta get the CPU connected in. CPU power. Well, I tell you what. That's right. My own hit you blowing up my phone. Alright, now we got video card. All right, here it comes. Here comes the big bag. The big bag. All right. So bang for the buck. All right, and that's what we're going for in this system here is the bang for the buck. So the MSI 2060 is the best bang for the buck. The RTX 2060 66 gigabyte video card. All right. This is by far at the moment the biggest bang for your buck. Now, of course, complete disclaimer. You can buy a more expensive video card that will do more for you, give you better graphics. Hell, you can jump into the 3000 series. But what I am referring to is dollar for dollar performance. Okay, dollar for dollar performance, this kills. All right, and you're more than welcome to do the research yourself, but go jump out and take a look at the Radeons. Sorry, I didn't do that. I like Radeon. You know, back when ATI was just ATI, you know, and AMD was AMD, you know. Here is the way that, back in the day, the way that it went was you got NVIDIA for performance, you got ATI for the beauty of it. You know, if you wanted to see pretty graphics and everything, all the intents, you chose the ATI. NVIDIA finally got their head out of their butt and went the same direction. You know, they went, okay, now let's make ours, you know, beautiful graphics. And they did. And they've done a fantastic job. Radeon is still a good competitor. And they do have good cards. But, you know, you want bang for your buck? Get yourself into an NVIDIA. Now, I will tell you that when I made the recommendation to this client, the questions that were arising was, okay, this is how much I have to spend. What is your recommendation? And we discussed it. You know, of course, by far, I would recommend getting an Intel system. Absolutely. But when when your finances don't actually justify or enable you to be able to do that, you go with something else. And so I know performance-wise, from doing this for so long, that solid state drive with an AMD processor, so a lower cost AMD processor, which will get you a lower cost motherboard, okay? You turn around, you put a great video card on top of that, you're going to get excellent performance. Now, I could have turned around and told them, okay, I'm going to sell you an i7 with a motherboard and give them some $200, you know, maybe like a 1060, you know, but that's not doing him justice, considering he wants to game. He's not doing streaming and gaming. He's just doing gaming. this is the way to go. Now, if you want to do streaming and gaming, I would have told them you're kind of SOL. We need to get you into an Intel system with an Intel board, because you're going to need that stability in order to actually pull off something that's worthwhile. So, but anyways, that's why we've gone this route. You always will have a bottleneck on your system. It's up to you as to whether or not you want to address it. You know, but that's why our clients keep coming back to us for build after build, is we're going to build it right. You know, if money's no object, we got you covered. If you do have a budget, well, you know what? We can work with that too. We just have to have you be upfront with us like we are with you. You know, if you tell me you got $1,000 to work with, I'll make something work. I will get you the best system you can get for $1,000. If you tell me you got $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, I will get you the best system for what you're putting out there. Now, in comparison, yes, you can go out, you can go get an iBuyPower, you can go get, you know, those other machines. Now, the thing is that when you buy those, when you buy them at Best Buy or whatever, first, it is a manufactured computer system. Okay, it's not a custom build. Okay, it is a manufactured computer system, and they are built for, I can't say maximum profit, but they are built not with you in mind. They're built just to have somebody get something. Hey, Bubbly Snowflakes, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. But, you know, they build it one size fits all. That doesn't work for everybody, and it certainly doesn't work for our streamers out there. You know, you run out and go buy an iBuyPower or, you know, a Dell or something. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some systems that are fantastic, but you pay a pretty premium for them. You know, get yourself a Alienware system. Well, you're paying $3-4 grand for it. You know, same. Excuse me. Same thing with the XPS system. So how you doing, Bubbly? What you doing? Just came over, come check us out? See what we're doing? Yeah, we're just getting ready to post up this system with the new video card installed. We're going to get Windows starting to load on it and go from there. Doing good? What were you up to today? This is what I've been up to today. Work! CPU. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's my office. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry, intermission time. Somebody in the office. Be right with you. One moment. I must put on the mask. I'll be right back. How's it going? Doing all right. What's going on? Microsoft. It looks similar because of the case that's down there. All right, so we got a MacBook Pro. Got to run a estimate on it real quick. Take me a couple minutes. Okay, yeah, that's the Retina. Unfortunately, no, that one's $799. Yeah, the Retina screen is $799. Yeah, you might not be compared to what you were paying for, like you did on the $12 system. But what it costs on this screen. Okay. Alrighty, thank you. No problem. You have yourself a good day. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, put my mic back in. Oh, I need my eyeglasses too. Alright. So we're almost there. Just need to plug in the video card power. Now flip it around. We'll give it a post. As long as everything goes good, we'll start the Windows load. And tomorrow morning I'll come in and I'll finish the job. Come on. Terrorist. Yeah, if you're interested in what this build is, hit exclamation parts and I'll tell you what the build is. Alright. And now okay, so we got a couple of pretty little things that we got to take care of real quick. First one is this little pump right here. So this pump, this connection here is actually what supplies power to the Corsair. Grab out the hard drive, get the hard drive attached. We'll run through all the BIOS, check it out, make sure we're good. Woo! Thank goodness it's a solid state. All right. Not doing the full install on this yet. I'm just getting it connected so we can get it started. Then I'll do the cleanup and answer any questions you guys might have. And then I'll be going home and eating dinner. So my dogs are probably really not very happy with me at all. Okay. Alright, so we're getting ready to power this up here, guys. Run all the power tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to slide that right in there. Yeah, don't mind all the wires. They're all going to be taken care of later. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some room. Alright. Client wants to keep all of the boxes, but he's not getting all the garbage. Although I could send him with all the garbage if he wanted. It's kind of rude, but alright. Almost there. See all these pretty lights turn on. Okay, here we go. It's go time. It's go time, baby. Wish us some luck here. Alright. HDMI. Port. HDMI. Nope, that's DisplayPort. Son of a. Got you all excited, didn't I? What do you guys think? Should I turn off the shop lights so that y'all can see this? Nice. What are you going to get there? Should we get the full effect of all the lights turning on? Should I do it? I'm going to do it. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn off the shop lights. Shop lights are off. Alright, can y'all see that right there? Oh, that's actually really badass. I like that. Alright. It'll look so much better with the wire work. Alright, here we go, here we go, here we go. Getting the power. Oh, hold on. Can't do that yet. Gotta actually switch over to... No, we're going to use the bench first. Alright, here we go. Where's the damn power button? There it is. Ooh, sexy, sexy now. Look at that. Come on, baby. Nice. That is hot. All right, now to see if it's actually posting out. That is hot right there. Look at that, man. Now, these two fans actually do also illuminate, but I don't have them hooked in yet. This is just... Oh my gosh, this is hot. This is hot. All right. Anyways, moving on. All right, so now we're going to switch over to the PC screen. All right, we got the BIOS screen running. Let's go here. There we go. This way you guys can actually see this. Man, I'm